California is parched. A severe drought is straining resources in the state that produces the most food in the United States. As Ira Spitzer reports, the changing climate is forcing the Golden State to rethink the way it manages its water.
Water is a precious resource in California. Farms here, like this one about an hour east of San Francisco, which grows crops like olives and lavender, are used to monitoring it closely.
We know we're in an emergency when we have to target our well to water our farms. So when we get to that point, we know that things are getting complicated. Our olive oil, that's
exactly what's been happening across this state, responsible for about 13% of U.S. agricultural output. It's been one of the driest years on record. Some farms are leaving fields unplanted.
California depends on snowmelt from the state's mountains to replenish its water reservoirs every year. But due to warming conditions, those are only at about half their usual levels currently. For the state's farmers, that's a big problem.
It's led to an over-reliance on groundwater, which means digging ever deeper wells. That raises farmers' costs and has other long-term impacts. Rivers and wetlands dry up, and drinking water in low-income farm worker communities is imperiled. A drought last decade also put more than 20,000 seasonal employees out of work. Climate change is making it worse.
We have to understand that the system that we've built was built for a climate that we don't have anymore. It's not built for today's climate, much less for tomorrow's climate.
Peter Glick says it's time to move faster on treating and reusing wastewater, better irrigation practices, and conservation. For now, food supplies and exports have been stable. But with future extreme weather events looming, many believe there's little time to waste.
We have to change our behaviors in a really kind of dramatic way. Conserve water, change our practices about when we do our jobs and when we do our work. And keep in mind that agriculture is fundamental. Like we as farmers have to sort of take the lead. Everybody needs to eat.
California exports more than $20 billion of food annually. Top exports like almonds and dairy products are water intensive. Prolonged drought is likely to impact future yields, potentially raising prices. If things don't change, the drought's impact could soon be felt around the world. Ira Spitzer, CNA, California.